Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Harika. So in previous video, we have seen what UiPath Insights actually is and how you can actually create the dashboards that will be helpful for you to understand the different metrics and robot utilization and ROI calculation. So I have explained in a theoretical terms in the previous video. Now I wanted to take you to the practical environment, right? Like how the UiPath Insights dashboard looks like, and what are the different templates that we have, and what are the different roles, and how each role can access all these different templates, what are the permissions and accesses that particular roles have. So here I'm showcasing you the insights page on UiPath Orchestrator. So here you can see how you can actually create the dashboard, what are the different dashboards that we already have, right? So I'm going to talk about different roles that we have, what are the different accesses that each role have, and what are the different things that we can perform on the UiPath Insights platform. So first of all, let me put up a notepad and talk a little bit about the different roles that we have over here, right? So basically we have three main roles, which is viewer, admin, and designer. Okay, so these are the three main roles that we have in the under UiPath Insights. Apart from these three roles, we also have few add-on roles, add-on permissions. Those are ROI viewer and ROI editor. So these two roles will talk more detail and in clear in the next videos, but I'm going to talk a little bit clearly and to the point about these three main roles that we have. So what does actually a viewer can do? Before I talk about this, I also wanted to take you to the different dashboards that we have. After that, if I mention what are the different accesses that these roles have, then it will give you a very picture clear clarity on this accesses of this particular role. So let me go to the dashboard. So basically UiPath provides few templates, already existing templates, which we can actually copy or download, and based on that we can customize these particular templates. So if we just have a look at one of the templates that UiPath already provides, let's go to robots and missions. So if you see, this particular template has the information about robot utilization, right? So we will be very much curious to understand how much time the robot is actually being utilized under a particular tenant, and what is the actual utilization of it. If it's not completely utilized, we can have that allocated to a different process, which can reduce the cost of investment on a new license, right? So similarly, we can adjust all these filters where we can see if how long the robot was active yesterday, or past week, or last 14 days, something like that, right? So we have all these different filters. In the similar way, we have whether it's an attended robot or unattended robot, and what is the user type, right? We have different types of users, and in which folder exactly, like we have multiple types of folders, so in which folder it's been utilized, how longer, right? Based on that we can come to a conclusion if there is a deficit or if there's a huge backlog in certain folder, then we can assign this particular robot or license to the another folder where we can get the fullest or utilize it to the fullest, right? In that way we can have it. So these are already having the pre-existing templates, so instead of having creating the new one, we can customize them, we can take it and customize them. So how we can actually do that, I'll show going forward. So this is one such template which UiPath provides us, which talks about robot utilization of attended and unattended, and total utilization in hours for attended and unattended. And also we have utilization per day per robot, top 10 machines with errors, like what are the machines that have more errors, and top 10 busiest machines, right? All of that. So let's take a look at different template as well. Let's go for processes. So let's say if you see processes, what are the different parameters and the metrics that we have in the processes is, unlike the robot utilization, here we have job info, right? So processes is all about the number of jobs that runs for a particular process. So let's say if there's a process called HR onboarding, how many jobs that were ran on this particular process, right? So processes ran, what's the success rate and suspended time, what is the average run time, longest job duration, right? So if there's a longest job duration, there might be chances that um, that particular process got stuck or something of that sort, correct? So in such cases, what we can do, we can actually create an alert, right? So what can be the alert? Longest job duration, right? If it's greater than 1 hour, mm, in minutes. So if it's greater than 60 minutes, let's assume that if you believe a process runs only for 30 minutes, but if you see that it is greater than 60 minutes, then you can create an alert which will send you an email to this particular mail id, and you can just add whatever the mail id apart from the users that you have in the orchestrator. Then also you can just add that particular mail id, so it will be sending out a mail or alert to this particular mail id, right? So like that, you can create the alerts also in that particular template. And these are the few UiPath templates that were already existing, right? So as a viewer, with the viewer permission, what a viewer can do is, the viewer cannot create the dashboard, but they can view these particular templates that are at the tenant level and at the UiPath template level. They can actually view these both dashboards, and they can also download, right? There's an option to download. They can also excuse me, they can also download these templates. So that these are the only permissions that a viewer have. When we talk about a designer, okay, this is the next level of the permission the designer can have. The designer can actually edit the dashboards. So if you see here, the designer, let's say there's a dashboard here, they can go over here and they can edit this particular dashboard, right? So they can, I'll tell you how we can actually do this, create this dashboard and all. They can edit the dashboard. And not just that, if you come to the template, so let's say there is a queues template. A person with viewer access can copy this, and they can create a new dashboard. They can customize it, okay? Let's say if you go over here, you can see that in the my dashboard, we can see queues demo, right? They can actually copy the dashboards that's there in the template, and they can edit them. Not just that, they can also create new dashboards. So here there's an option to create new dashboards, which they can create with designer access. Okay, so if we see here, we go to insights. So there's a create new dashboard, right? So they can also share it. So if you see here, they can share with the tenant. Okay, that whatever we share, that will be coming over here. Those are the permissions that are, and also as I told you, they can set the alerts as well. So these are the different permissions a viewer, a designer can have, which are a high level permissions when we compare with respect to viewer, right? And just that, there is one more thing that you have to keep in mind is, let's say you are the admin, right? So admin have all the permissions to give the accesses to viewers, designers and all. So as an admin, the admin cannot have the permission or the right to design unless until the admin explicitly gives them. So unfortunately, I cannot show you the particular access thing, because right now I don't have the permission of the admin, the access for the admin, because I'm not the admin. If you are an admin, you will have one more tab to provide the access, which is manage access. So that way you can give the permission to viewers, designers and all of that. But unfortunately, I'm not the admin, I cannot show you that part. But as an admin, you can give the access for the designer. It is allowed to 10 designers. So it is not available to give more than 10 designers. If So you have to enable, or you have to extend that particular license, or permission request. So the designer will also be having the access to delete the dashboards. So these, on a high level, these are the different roles, main roles that a particular person can have inside the UiPath Insights. And these are the different accesses a particular role can be given to in order to design or view or edit and all of that. So I hope this has given you a clarity about different role and accesses that each role gets on your UiPath Insights. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how we can actually create dashboard, what are the different types that we can create, and how it can help us to create the dashboards with much more visualization, right? So till then, if you find this video useful, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, please do comment it out. Bye.